and you fine folk of YouTube. How y'all doing? Hope you're well. So, between the last video, if you've watched it, it's uploading right now as we speak. So, you should have watched it by then if you watched, follow my channel, whatever. If you're new here, how y'all doing? Please like, subscribe, whatever. Tell your friends, tell your family. Help this channel grow. It'd be nice. But either way, if you watched the last video, you know, like I said, it's uploaded now, so it would literally be the one right before this. If you watched it, you know that we done brake work on the first gen. I've since drove it to work, back, runs and drives great. Didn't have no rear brakes. Brake pedal still going to the floor, so thought it was another bad master cylinder because if you know, some of y'all know my run-ins with AutoZone master cylinders, the Duralast, Neverlast. Yeah, so I went yesterday to my dad's shop. I was going to get him to help me bleed them because Lindsay works at O'Reilly's now, so she's always at work. So 2 hours later, after I found out I had a busted wheel cylinder, and I thought, you know, that won't be too bad to change. I've done it on several things. My 68 it's not too hard on. This is a dually. This is a Dana 70, and if you know anything about Dana 70s, you know you gotta slide the axle out, take this hub nut off. As you can see, that one's beat all to hell, because we use a hammer and a chisel. No, I'm just kidding. We use a hammer and a screwdriver. And yeah, there's no way I'm putting this back on with a hammer and a screwdriver. So now, like I said, this is Saturday. I started this yesterday. I'm driving to Petersville, which is an hour drive from where I live, a little over an hour. Because they're the only place, the Oakley Napa is the only place to have a freaking socket for this. Now I'm going up there. I could rent one, but why would I rent one when I'm going to have one to do the other side? And I plan on keeping this truck, so I might as well go buy one, you know what I mean? So we're going to run up here, buy one, see if they got a spring kit, because I broke some springs. And if y'all know anything about drum brakes, well, you already know more about me. I just know it. I broke a spring and I can't find one. So I'm going to see if they have one up this side of the world. If not, it's going back together without it. Hate me, I don't care. But anyway, I'll show y'all the mess I got myself into when I get back. For those that don't know anything about doing brakes on a first gen Cummins, so I'm about to show you. Before I get my hands dirty. So y'all sit tight and I'll see y'all in a few split seconds. Well, as you see, we made it back. Finally got the part that I needed. Get out of the lights, you can see that. Specialty part for hub nuts. Got the hub nut here. And then I went ahead and bought the spring kit because, like I said, one's broke right here. This one is supposed to have a little end on it right there, and it's broke, but no worries. Got the replacement now. Probably won't replace all of them, but either way, show y'all what I'm working with. So like I said, to get into here, you got to take the whole axle off, take the axle out, which is right there. And when it's slid in, it's bolted in right there. I'm going to take that off. It's bolted in right here. You take it, slide it out, like I said, and then you, with a careful hand and a lot of beating with a hammer, take this whole hub off. Comes off like that. And just a word of advice for doing this by yourself: get you a jack or something, because this mug's heavy. This subgun's really heavy, but that's how you get in here to all this. Your brake shoes, and that's the master cylinder, or not the master cylinder, the damn wheel cylinder that I replaced. Turn the flash on here. This wheel cylinder, it pops out. You got two little bolts on the back, 1/2-inch bolts on the back. You take out, and you can wiggle it out without taking any of this apart. It's a pain, but I done it. So yeah, and then the spring I'm replacing runs from there to here. It holds the bottom of them in, so they're not rubbing all the time. But My hands are fixed to get really dirty. But I'm going to put this back together. I don't think I'm going to replace all the springs because that just looks like a job I really don't want to do. And they're all doing what they're supposed to do as they are. So I'm going to put that one in it. Now that I got that socket for the nut, this job shouldn't be too hard next time. I just lose a lot of fluid. So if it does come apart, I'll be prepared. But if it's get my hands dirty, I don't have my GoPro. If it's get my hands dirty though, and put this thing back together, hopefully. And there she is back together. Like I said, it's when you got the tools, it's a simple job. And if you're starting from here and you're going to take it apart after you've got your wheels off, of course, take these off. They're 9/16. I took mine off. Took them off with a gun, impact gun, whatever. Take them off. Like I said, the axle slides out. After the axle comes out, you got that little locking nut or little locking pin you pull out in there, and then take, like I said, you got that, and take that big nut off, and then have to take that nut off, hit it a few times, and it should slide off. If it don't, back under here, if y'all see that, I'll circle it. With that little hole, there's a little adjustment cog in there, and it adjusts your how they ride. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm about to slap the wheels and tires back on here, and then I'm pulling the rear diff cover, clean it all up real good, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna put some fresh gear oil in it, so y'all bear with me. Oil, as you can hear, we got it back together, and we got the brakes bled, and unfortunately, unfortunately, didn't fix the problem. When we bled the brakes, yeah, we had a good pedal. Let it sit 5 seconds, and yeah, we have nothing. All we have now is still front brakes. I'm thinking it's the master cylinder. I'm not sure. Front brakes are shot. They're eating the rotors anyway, so I'm going to take the master cylinder off when we get back from vacation and swap it out. Like I said in the previous video, I think it was the previous video, I really didn't want to put one on from AutoZone because when I put one, I went through 3. That's the 3rd one. It's supposed to be brand new that's on the 4Runner. The first one was bad right out the box. Second one was also bad right out the box. And then I sent it back and they gave me a 3rd one. Excuse me, and when they gave me the 3rd one, I demanded that they give me some brake fluid. But I went through a gallon of brake fluid because they kept giving me bad parts. And yeah, so I demanded they give me another gallon, and they did. The only reason I used them for this truck is because I got Nicky let me use the shop account, and I got a pretty good discount. But now that Lindsay works at O'Reilly's, I'm fixing to take this one off, take it up there, and basically throw it to the window. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna take it off, take it up there, and get my money back. Like, I'm not gonna have it swapped out. I'm not going through this bull crap again because I'm sick of it. Happens. Just about every brake part I buy from AutoZone, this happens to. So, that being said, I'm done getting brake stuff from AutoZone. I'll get them from O'Reilly's from now on. Like I said, Lindsay gets a good discount. So, but on the other side of things, for good news, I had to hook the trailer up to move it, and come to find out, the plug-in still works. I still have all my lights. They work. All the lights work. The freaking, I could have showed you this while I was inside the truck, but I'm surprised the brake box still works. So that's a shot. But I ain't complaining. I'm actually really happy about that. So I don't guess I'm gonna mess with it. It's not the prettiest plug-in, but I'm gonna leave it be. I might get one eventually and replace it, make it better, but till then, that's where it's gonna stay. So it is what it is. God, this truck sounds so good. This truck just keeps surprising me with things. That one kind of got to help a little bit. Yeah, I guess in the next video we will work on the blower motor. I got to put a blower motor in it because this one's just weak. I dread doing that job because when you do that on these trucks, I have learned when you replace the blower motor, you have to take the squirrel cage or the fan off, whatever you want to call it. I've always called it a squirrel cage, but you got to take it off and put on the new motor, and they're very fragile because this is a discontinued thing. So if I break it, I can't replace it, and that's got me a little scared. Ain't even gonna lie. But I stepped an 8-bit while ago. I got to eat up. But that being said, we're fixing to get ready to go on vacation. Y'all might get to see some of it here. If not, I'll edit that out. But either way, y'all enjoy. Y'all be safe. Y'all have fun. I'll see y'all on the other side.